Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to episode 19 of the Rainbow Bridge. My name is Rena Dwelle. I am a certified diamond dowser and inner diamond practitioner. I assist people in clearing physical, mental, and emotional blocks in their mind, body, soul, and their environments. Through this work, I help people raise their energetic frequency and the energetic frequency of the environments that they live, work, and play. This gives them direct access to the law of attraction. So last week I wasn't feeling well, so I was supposed to do this one last week, but I'm going to do it today. Some of you know that I recently went on a trip to Mount Shasta, California. It's in Northern California and one of the most amazing places I've ever been in my life or could even dream of going. So how many of you have been to Mount Shasta? And with that question being asked, I hope you are excited to hear about my journey. And, you know, I have some cool pictures to share with you. I want to tell you about what we did in Mount Shasta. And I have something really special I want to share to connect in with Mount Shasta. So welcome all. I'm so happy to see you here today. So Mount Shasta is the home of Saint Germain. I don't know if you've heard of Saint Germain. He is this handsome gentleman right here. Sorry about the glare. I actually got this picture in Mount Shasta at a really cool little shop called Soul Connections. So Saint Germain works with transmutation through the violet flame, which is a huge key part in spiritual alchemy. So, very cool stuff. Mount Shasta is one of 24 enlightened mountains on our planet. This is Saint Germain's ashram. He is really the guardian of this area. And what an ashram means is it's a place of retreat, a very spiritual, meditative place, somewhere you would go to connect in. It's definitely a fifth dimensional place. And I don't know if you guys know what that means, but there is a lot of really high vibrational energy there. You will see things there and experience things in a fifth dimensional energy that you can't quite see back at home necessarily. So when I say home, I'm from North Dakota, and Mount Shasta is a very spiritual place. It's one of these places where, you know, people take pilgrimages and just really connect in. We experienced some really cool fairy energy. I swear to you, I saw Bigfoot. I swear. There was no one else in that parking lot. And as we drove by, there was somebody walking down the trail that was really tall, looked really hairy. I mean, like all over. It was crazy. And it was just really interesting stuff. So I have my notes. I'm going to make sure I get through all of these fun little things. The total elevation of Mount Shasta is 14,179 feet. It is considered an active volcano, even though it hasn't erupted in over 250 years. It is very well known for lenticular clouds. I took a picture of my son's shirt that I bought him in Mount Shasta, because I don't know if you guys know what lenticular clouds are, but they are those circle clouds that are over the mountain. And even the locals will tell you little stories how they believe that when they see these lenticular clouds, that they are actually hiding spaceships. So that's pretty cool. I didn't get to see any lenticular clouds, or you would totally have a raw picture from me, but I'm hoping to go back very soon, at least within the next year. So very excited to catch that. Let's see. Oh, something else. People are called to this mountain. So you don't necessarily end up in this place by accident. You are definitely called. Your energy is needed there. Your presence is needed there. It's really, really special. Kind of my journey, how this all happened. In June, I had taken Inner Diamond Cosmic Basic class. And in the Cosmic Basic class, we learned to work with the dolphins, who These are our fifth dimensional beings who are here. They never fell from the oneness. So they're very well connected in with the oneness, and they're here to teach us how to work through and get back to the oneness, right? So the dolphins teach us to jump through hoops and be creative and open and fun. So if you are called to work with dolphins, that's probably why you're being taught to jump over the hoops or jump through the hoops, be creative, be open, be spontaneous, and just use your wisdom. So we also, okay, I'm getting so excited. So we had all this homework, and then we're preparing to go to this mountain, which was the last class of Inner Diamond. It was Cosmic Advanced and Mastery. So very, very cool. Very, very interesting stuff. Oh, also, dolphins are from Sirius A. So in this class, we worked with the whales, who are from Sirius B, and the elephants, who are from Sirius C. So very, very spectacular energy, really, really cool stuff. Just wow. So, okay. In between getting ready to go to Mount Shasta and having class homework from the first class. So we're like on double time, right? We're having all this crazy insight coming in. We are spiritually detoxing all these pieces that no longer fit in. It was just really kind of a wild 8 weeks to get ready for our trip to the mountain. So very, very cool. So Monday, August 13th. Okay, we left on the 14th, but Monday, August 13th, I had a very significant dream. And Saint Germain is one of the spiritual masters that I work with. And he had come to me in my dream, and he showed me I was at my funeral. But it wasn't necessarily like, I knew I wasn't dead in that dream. It was just that old pieces of me were being laid to rest. And I wasn't sad. I wasn't mourning. It was almost like I could see the light of my soul. So it was very significant. And he had told me that I wasn't going to be coming back the same, right? And I knew this, right? I'm going on this incredible spiritual journey. And of course, I'm not coming back the same. So we left on the 14th. On the 15th, we got to Mount Shasta. Well, actually the 14th, but the 15th, we spent most of the day kind of checking out little shops. That's when I picked up that Saint Germain photo. I'm going to show you guys again. Just kind of were able to play for most of the day. And at 6:30 that night, we had met for hors d'oeuvres and to kind of get acquainted with our class. It was really cool. We had 17 people there for class, 18, including my amazing teacher, Annette. And just, wow, beautiful, big group of incredible souls. I mean, we couldn't have asked for anything different to happen. It was beautiful. Really, really cool. So let's see here. I wanted to make sure I got all my stuff. Oh, that Wednesday night, I had a dream. And Marie Diamond, who has created this work, this Inner Diamond and Diamond Dowsing work that I do, had come to me in my dream. And it was really spectacular. All right, so I'm already in this fifth dimensional amazing energy anyway. And it was like this total activation. She had come, she was with Saint Germain, and we were in our classroom in my dream. And so we had this group of people, and Marie opened up a portal to the center of the earth. And I could look in and I could see the energy spitting, and I could see the core of Mother Earth and what was comprised all the way down. And then she opened up another portal around, and she kept opening up these portals and kind of showed me where the spiritual masters were in the portal field, where we were as humans and animals, and then all of these quantum colors that we work with, right? So it was quite spectacular. I was pretty excited to come back to class and share that amazing dream with everyone. It was really significant for me. That Thursday, we worked with the whales. So the whales they connect us with the heart of Mother Earth, but they also show us our piece of the bite of the apple where we disconnected from the oneness. Now, and I asked my teacher, I'm like, why in the heck would we ever leave the oneness? And she's like, well, you know, it's all about adventure. People like adventures, right? And we're these beings, and we wanted to experience something different. So it kind of made sense. Although, I don't know, we've built up a lot of karma since then, right? So during class, we went up to the mountain, and my friend Kelly and I actually got to do some serious karma clearing work. We had to look into the whale's eye and see our biggest karma piece from all lifetimes. And we did some clearing work. So we were able to experience that on top, well, the highest point you can drive, which would be up by the old ski bowl. So it was very, very awesome, very interesting, very, very neat work. Let's see if I had anything else I wanted to share. Thursday. We also went to the headwaters, the Sacramento River headwaters, which is, it's in Mount Shasta City, like in the city park. And you can go fill your water bottles. And this is like the most delicious water I've ever tasted in my life, right? So it's really cool that you're able to get this water directly from Mount Shasta. So it's already a fifth dimensional water that you're drinking, and you're, you know, fueling your body with. It was really incredible. My teacher, Annette, went down there with dowsing rods and checked the energy frequency of the area where the Sacramento headwaters is, the city park. And it was a positive 1600. So that is really, really, really incredible. That is definitely on the Delta brainwave. So just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. While we were in that park, there was this gentleman. He was so cool. Yeah, I just felt like I was home. You know, I totally felt like I was home. There's this man sitting, and he had these kind of like briefcase things open and sitting by him, and they're full of crystals, which I love crystals. I know a lot of other people love crystals too. And he was playing this, I don't even know what the instrument's called, but it's like a wooden flute. And he played us a song. If you're not my friend on Facebook, come find me. I have some videos of him playing this incredible music. It was just beautiful, just totally beautiful experience. So the next day, Friday, we went to McCloud Falls, which is a series of waterfalls. There's 3 levels to these falls. And we did some clearing work here. So we connected with Ganesha. Again, this is a 5th dimensional energy space. So you are actually seeing Ganesha come to you, standing right in front of you. And I saw him. He was with clearing bells, which was so appropriate as we were doing this clearing. And so we surrendered these obstacles so that we could be able to move forward. And we watched them wash down the river. It was so beautiful. Just wow, just pure magic. My husband, I'll pop this picture up really quick. I'm so excited. I keep forgetting to pop these up, but I will definitely go back and show you. So this was down at McCloud Falls. My husband was getting all kinds of shots of deer and really cool little lizards and something that looks like a salamander. I don't know. It's the craziest looking salamander I've ever seen. It's like blue tail with little points on the end that you would think would be the head, but the head is up front and his head is silver. And so what you're looking at here, this was actually a live photo taken. So I can't push on it and show you the magic that it does. But you'll see this little green orb kind of in the middle and on the live photo. And my husband has all kinds of these orb pictures. So this orb literally moves around, and I swear to you, you can see a fairy body in the middle of that orb. So very, very incredible, magical energy. I can't even, like, I'm so excited to tell you guys about it. It is definitely something, if you've never been to Mount Shasta, I would put that on your list of must do before you head on to your next journey. It's incredible. Let's see. Oh, okay. So then on Saturday, which was our last day of class, we worked with the elephants. And the elephants are definitely a connection to Gaia and the four kingdoms. So what's interesting here, this is cool. You guys are gonna want to keep note of this. This is really neat information. Gemstones work on their etheric body and evolve into plants. Plants work on their emotional body and evolve into animals. Animals work on their mental body and then evolve into humans. So how cool is that? That's kind of a little bit of evolution, and you can see you're building these energy bodies to be able to get to your next point, right? So working with the elephants, I had the most profound spiritual experience I've ever had. And it was so beautiful. And I sobbed for probably a couple of weeks. That's why I couldn't share it right away when I got back from Mount Shasta. But so working with the elephants, since my son was a baby, I was actually going to pull this picture down from his bedroom. There's a baby picture of him with his favorite stuffed elephant. And this kid has always loved elephants. I mean, to a point where you're like, geez, little buddy, like, you really like elephants. Like, it's almost unbelievable how connected he was with these elephants. He had this little stuffed one that you'd pull the string, and then it would play music. I mean, 6 weeks old, either the daycare lady or I had forgotten to grab it when I picked him up. So we spent the weekend, and he was literally at 6 weeks old, lost without that elephant. So even to this day, his room is full of elephants, elephant pictures, elephant blankets, just all kinds of little crystal elephants, all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's just really cool. So I'd asked my teacher about this when I started taking classes, and she was talking about these enlightened kids. She said, he's very, very special, and he's got some big work to do here for our planet. Max came in, and he's one of these children that didn't have to come back. He had already reached a point in his spiritual evolution where he didn't have to come back, but he chose to come back to do some big work for our planet. And so Max showed up. We are connecting in with the elephants. I'm literally in my meditation stroking this elephant's ears, and we put our foreheads together, third eye to third eye, and my son shows up. Look, I still can't even talk about it without getting teary-eyed. But so he was definitely waiting for me to get to this point so that we could share this incredible experience together. And even though he wasn't with me, he wanted to stay home with my uncle. Well, he loves my uncle. It's his best friend. But he didn't want to come physically, but he was still there spiritually with me. So sorry, guys. Look at me. And later this day on Saturday, we had went to Panther Meadows, which is an access point to Telos. If you guys don't know what Telos is, it is the enlightened Lemurian city underneath the mountain. And I got to show you this picture too. So we activated crystals in Telos. And that's my picture of Panther Meadows with my crystals. And I'm going to hold one up to the screen. I want you guys to touch this. Just put your hand out and feel the energy. I'm going to pop this picture down here so you guys can really get a good shot of this. But I just want you to literally put your hand up to the screen and feel the energy of Mount Shasta. Feel the energy of Telos. Feel the Lemurians coming and sharing their magic with us. I mean, these crystals are just so high vibe that, I mean, they just vibrate my hand. It's very powerful. And this is kind of a cool piece. This is definitely a beautiful healer piece. I just want you guys to get a really nice feel of the energy there. There is another piece I want to share with you. This is a starseed Lemurian. It comes from Brazil. And there's rainbows in there, though I don't know if I can catch them in this camera. This was also activated by the Telos energy. And what makes this piece really special is, oh, come back, camera. It's so clear, but there's almost these little tiny inclusions in there that aren't quite inclusions. Sorry, guys, my camera is just not picking this one up so good. But it looks like there's stars in there. So totally appropriate for Mount Shasta energy. I have another really good story to share with you guys. This was crazy. So Saturday morning, my husband and I had met some of our classmates to have breakfast. And while we were at breakfast, another group of our, a few more of our classmates came in, and we couldn't find room because if we added a table, it would have been in the walkway. So they decided they were going to go across the restaurant and sit down. It was just a small group, so no big deal. And they ended up sitting by this amazing group of people, and they were a group of 14 from Israel who had come to do work at Mount Shasta. And they came out, and like we paid our bill and got ready to go to the classroom, and they said, "Oh my goodness, do you guys want to meet a real Lemurian?" So we did. This is my friend Magda. She's from Israel, and she was one of the 14 beautiful souls who came to Mount Shasta. And I mean, looking at this woman across the room, I'm sharing this with Magda's permission. She's so sweet. I made sure to ask her. So when I looked at her across the room, like my whole body got chills, and I had goosebumps, and like tears were welling in my eyes. I could just feel her light, her beautiful, beautiful soul. And I mean, she's just so warm and welcoming and sweet and amazing. But they had come to Mount Shasta the same time we did. This was no accident that we met, to do some specific work with the emerald light. So they radiate emerald light from their hearts and send it to these places around the world that need healing. And they had actually taken little emeralds to bury at Mount Shasta. Which is totally like the inner diamond work that I do. We radiate light frequencies, color frequencies. They have colors. So it was like, oh my gosh, this was pure magic. So we had invited Magda back to our Airbnb. We were having everybody over for dinner. My friend Vian, her sister, had drove from San Jose to cook us this amazing homemade Vietnamese dinner. Incredible food, by the way. And I'm so thankful. But so we had invited Magda to come have dinner with us. And at first she's like, well, we have some other things to do, and I don't know. And later on, when we had went to Panther Meadows, the place where we activated our crystals, Magda was sitting there, literally right where you walk in to hop on the trail. Her group was out doing some work with these emeralds, and Magda was sitting there playing some beautiful music on her little healing drum. So I was like, oh my gosh, Magda. I hugged her. She said, okay, I'm going to come have dinner with you guys. And I was like, Magda, you are like our gatekeeper. You're here to welcome us into this Lemurian energy. I mean, just an incredible experience. It was so amazing. So that's my Magda. She's pretty amazing. I love her, and I'm so thankful to have connected with her. I want to show you guys a couple other pictures here. So this will be Mount Shasta in the background. It was just a little bit smoky there, nothing too crazy, nothing too horrible. We could still breathe really good. There were a couple people wearing masks, but it was kind of, it was kind of like, I don't know. You really didn't have to if you didn't want to. Let's see. Oh, this is really cool. This is a labyrinth. And people would walk the circle of this labyrinth. And in the center of the labyrinth was this beautiful blue bowl where people would leave offerings. I had to share that with you. Very beautiful and spiritual area. This is the highest point you can drive, which is up by the old ski bowl on Mount Shasta. It's about 7,800 feet in elevation. And I thought I had another one to share too. Let me take a peek. Maybe I grabbed them all. Okay, I guess that was all of my pictures. Okay, so the last thing I want to do with you guys today, I have a really special piece. I know there's not very many of these around. This is Mount Shasta Blue Opal. I bought this in a crystal shop in Mount Shasta. So there's a man who owns a little bit of property somewhere on Mount Shasta. And I know he has to climb, but he personally mines these pieces, and there are not very many available or even, to buy or that exist. It's very hard for him to get to these pieces to share them with us. But I wanted you guys to see this, and I want you guys to, just like I did with the crystals, put your hand up there and feel the energy of Mount Shasta. Connect in with Mount Shasta. And as you connect in with Mount Shasta, I'm going to ask that you send Mount Shasta some love and light. There are some fires around Mount Shasta. Our dear Akashic Academy sister Shelley Soul had sent out a message today that there is one in the area that's pretty close. So if we can just send our love and light and healing to the area, protection. Send beautiful Mount Shasta some healing energy. And this piece, this Mount Shasta Blue Opal, is, off the charts vibrations. It is just a crazy feeling to hold in your hands. It's so beautiful. So that was a little bit, just touching the surface about my Mount Shasta trip. If you would love to learn more about my Mount Shasta trip or the work that I do, I definitely invite you to connect with me. Send me a friend on Facebook. You can also connect with me through my business page. I'll make sure and share the link there. I would love to tell you about what I do, how I do it, and how I can help you transform your life. It's absolutely beautiful work. I've had just the last 3.5 years of my life have just been this incredible, beautiful journey through these quantum frequencies and amazing experiences. And I can't think of a better place to share this stuff than with you guys, because I know you get it. I know you see the light too. And I just know that you will totally enjoy this stuff. So with that being said, you are on the public Akashic Academy page, but there is also a secret Akashic Academy page for members only. So I invite you to become a member. It's $11.11 a month or $100 a year. And inside you're going to find people like me and a whole community full of just amazing supportive people who are here to share their love and their light while you continue on your journey. It's beautiful. There's also special education and bonus sessions hosted by our founder and director, Emily Harrison, who is absolutely amazing, and her business partner, Coach Nick, who's also an incredible soul. So I just know you guys would totally, totally love it there. If you haven't already, I would invite you also to send a review for the Akashic Academy. You just head up to the top of the page, and under the review section, please leave a review. Tell us what you love. Tell us about your beautiful experience here on the Akashic Academy. And then also, up later tonight, we have Andrea Stepanowski with Sacred Chakra Flow, and she is on at, let me just look here, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific. So with that, my dear friends, may your day, may your week, may your year be filled with love, light, and magic. I will see you here next Thursday, same time, same place, 12 p.m. Eastern Time on the Akashic Academy. Have a beautiful day.